I'm looking at your shares. They are down a lot. Just give your perspective on the gross margin.
Well, I would say in general, we delivered a solid quarter. I mean, it was a quarter of accelerated growth, record non-GAAP income from operations, free cash flow. And I think what we're finding is that at a time when AI is kind of this generational opportunity, we're finding some of those tailwinds get ascribed to Twilio. I understand the gross margin dynamic. It's not necessarily a new phenomenon for Twilio, but it hasn't impeded our ability to get after operating profits and generate free cash. Importantly, on free cash, we raised our guidance for the year, and so we feel pretty good about the outlook.
So for now, is the opportunity more on growth and revenue and the AI tailwinds, as you call it? Because Jefferies, for example, putting out saying there are big hopes you're going to be a big beneficiary of AI adoption. How is that playing out for you? Because many now potentially question it.
Yeah, I do think we'll be a big beneficiary of AI. What I don't want folks to take away from the print is that somehow we're returning to a kind of growth at all cost dynamic. I think quite the contrary. We're running the company with as much focus and discipline as we ever have. We happen to be at a time in which, number one, we're able to take share for a number of our competitors, and we're doing that in a price disciplined way. And I think the second thing is that given that the AI is a generational opportunity, we do see an opportunity as well to make some short-term investments that we think will drive some medium-term benefits. And I think that's the right thing to do. And so I'm not fixated on a particular quarter. I think over the course of time, that'll play out in our favor and certainly be a good thing for investors.
What is that investment then? You detailed a platform vision almost in Signal, your event. You're thinking about audio in particular. I mean, you are the way in which I communicate with Lyft or with any app, and many of ways that's going to move to voice. Do you make acquisitions, therefore?
I think acquisitions are something that we think about. I wouldn't necessarily read anything into that. I mean, we obviously have some flexibility in terms of what we can do with our capital, but I think more importantly, the investment in the short term is around voice AI, for example. I mean, voice AI is where so many different AI startups are really launching, right? I mean, a lot of these use cases that you see are voice-based. We have the benefit of delivering incredible voice infrastructure that startups can get going with almost immediately. That's kind of on the low end. And then on the high end, you know, there are fully orchestrated experiences that we drive, combining our communications capabilities across a number of channels, utilizing data as well as utilizing AI, plugging into all manner of different LLMs. And I think that's going to be exciting for us from a growth standpoint, and it's going to drive profitability and cash over time.
I'm looking at your 1 year share price move. It's up 63%. So that puts what today's move is in perspective, Khozema. But you talk about making perhaps the odd acquisition yourself or having the flexibility to do so. Some analysts are saying that maybe you're a target. Have you had any inbound? Would you ever consider that?
I mean, I wouldn't comment on M&A one way or the other. I think we're always going to do things that are in the best interests of our share owners. I can tell you with conviction that we're very focused on running a great business. We think that we have all of the necessary ingredients to create tremendous value for our customers. And as you alluded to a moment ago, over the last year or so, we've shown that we can demonstrate focus, discipline, operating rigor in the way that we're running the company. Investors have benefited from those attributes. And again, I don't get fixated on a particular quarter. I think over periods of time, this is going to play out very much in investors' favor, and I think they're going to reap really substantial benefits.
And where are your opportunities for new wins in particular? When you're getting new customers on because of the voice offerings and the communication offerings, is it geographical in nature that you look around for expansion?
I think there are international opportunities, no doubt, but I would say in the near term, you know, what's really starting to happen is we've always kind of been like a product-led growth company. And so the vast majority of our customers, they're actually self-starters. They come to our console, they get going, they love the usability and the features that our platform gives them. And so that's really the way that people get started. So we've been putting investment into that, making it as simple as possible for our customers to get going. And right now, at least in the immediate term, that's really played out with respect to voice AI. Again, so many different voice AI companies that are launching. They're choosing Twilio. We're the best known brand in the space. We're super simple and easy to use. And there's a ton of value that our customers can get out of that opportunity. On the enterprise side, I do think what we're finding is that they want the kind of broader offering, right? They
Yeah.
want our communications capabilities, but they also want to use data and they want to plug in the LLMs that they're excited about to be able to drive both cost and revenue opportunities.